in the Castles booth right now, who I'm sure teeth are chattering. Harry and Hugo, over to you.
Where are they, Paula? I don't see them. This is a really small room. I don't know why I'm looking over my shoulder. There's just corners here on either side. We're here in the booth. We're here by the field that you play sport. This is the gymnasium. I don't know where we are, Harry. There's seats, there's bleachers, there's a big stage getting set up behind us. I'll dodge, you can see it. It's getting ready to go Friday and Saturday. Get your tickets here in Lund, Sweden. Lovely city. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I do agree, Hugo. It is, I've thoroughly, I almost said thoroughly. I've thoroughly enjoyed I am a Londoner through and through, all right? That's just how it is.
Yeah, we've had a great time so far, and I'm sure it's going to get better. It needs to for Heroic, especially that first half. My golly gosh, that was a dire beginning.
Yeah, man.
But boy, did they pull it back, Harry.
Exactly. And no one remembers, you know, the terrible first half. Everyone just goes, oh, they won. Okay, cool. You know, like at this point, that's what matters most to Heroic. If they can stick the landing, the shaky start will be quickly forgotten about. Let's find out if they can, though. It's a CT side start and a quad A lean. That means 4 leaning A.
Going to get the quad lean. Tessa's tapping. Put down to 1, but he lives, and that makes all the difference to set up for the retake. Jota in middle, Glock, but no armor. He's going to get chewed up, and Stown deals with him well. Smoke to give a bit of room, bit of space here on the retake for Heroic. 5-on-3, even with that low player, they've got the kit. They should be fine.
Three up the short side, 2 through the market. Tessa's taking them out of the rank. Shush as well. They've just swarmed the bomb site, haven't they? Exit 1v5, trying to keep the dream alive. They're on the bomb, they're sticking it, and there's nothing he can do. Trapped in a little prison. And so there's Heroic stealing the pistol.
That would be the worst. A little prison? You don't even have space? You're just in a box, Harry? Solitary confinement. Yeah, Heroic keep it nice and clean on the retake there. 1 man on B, but he gets a kill and gets out, and that's pretty much more than you could ever need to poise for that round. Some very clean headshots, and Heroic's head removal service is, well, business is booming.
The surgery called where you get your head removed?
A lobotomy?
Yeah.
It's not a head removed. They actually take a bit out of your brain, Harry. That's what you got. That's why you can't remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, lobotomized.
The 4th one's free, they said. So I'm up
Why
to
do you collect your stamps?
Yeah, yeah. Right. The Deagles have opened up. But can they go any further? That's the big question. MIBR leaking out through the ramp right now.
Oh, it's saucy, all right. Cadian gets a decaf lobotomy, and Cello has opened up another. It's going to be Ness quick for refreshes down low to respond, and 2-3. That will do. Heroic have already won this round, it feels like, unless Jota does something just ridiculous. Refresh been spotted. Spam is optimistic at best, and the round will be laid to rest. It's 2-0 for Heroic. It's down starting strong. As said on the desk, thank God Heroic have firepower coming out the wazoo. Down, he was the savior of Inferno, and he started strong as well.
Are you a Stan, yeah.
Stan, yeah.
But I tried to say it like with
Stan. Yeah, I'm a Stan. Da. Refresh on the ramp. He's only baiting for his teammate. He can tuck and blind, but not his shush as he deals with the man on ramp. This is the bomb right now coming through, and it's gone in front of the Molotov. Refresh finds that kill. 5-on-3. Cello, lovely timing. Catches Tessa's throwing nades. He needs to, maybe even a third. Cello, what do you got? Nothing. No more than the double up. He had an incredible game back on Inferno, but it didn't mean much. It didn't matter, did it? 3-on-2, and again, his heroics could be all in vain.
Oh, hang on.
Spicy.
Hang on. Jota's here. On the scene.
Oh,
Head
refresh.
detective. Come on, Inspector. Let's go. Go, go, Gadget Jota. Up through Con. Position he was just in. Got around the world and back again. Refresh about to uncover the bomb at ramp. Just solidify that it's still here and play around it. Jota is sneaking all the way. Having a run now eventually, right? Time is kind of the essence here. Having to pick up the pace a bit as he wraps through Spawn. It puts a lot of weight on this fight versus Refresh. If this isn't won by the T-Spawn wrap out of Jota, if he doesn't win this head-to-head, that is the round. MIBR, man, they put a lot of these rounds just on the back of one engagement, essentially. And, well, the engagement didn't plan out. And so that's the round. Done deal. Heroic 3-0 to open up MIRAGE.
I wish I heard what he said there, but Cadian, he's already started, hasn't he? Not really the guy to talk shit after the last map, I will say that much, but hey, win's a win.
That's why, you know,
that's why it's even better, yeah. Nothing worse than the bottom fragger writing GG easy. Nothing worse.
Well, not only that, it wasn't like as passionate as normal. It was kind of, he went like, yeah.
Thanks for the round, buddies. Yeah, that was a super long con for Jota, and unfortunately the time wasn't there, but he's still walking, right? And we see the shadow advantage from Refresh's perspective.
You know, I gotta say, I think that, like, that there's a fair few moments in this series already where I wish that MIBR would just kind of buddy system and trade like around the bomb, and be that with the bomb dropped as in that situation there, or as we saw in Inferno, like there were countless times where the bomb would go up short alone while everyone else was going apartments and long, and it's like, guys, you need that. Like, I don't know how else to say
Relying
it. Like,
too much on one player,
yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And it's like, it comes down to this situation where if everything goes right and then you just lose like the wrong fight, as it were, the round still is just snatched away anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's been a few moments like that now. I hope it kind of tightens up, or else MIBR might not be on this, you know, at the event much longer. 3-0 down to open up Mirage, their map pick. And onto Pistols, it might be about to get even better for Heroic.
And even worse for MIBR. Cello gets one traded just with a spray down, and 3 out of 5 will certainly do as Heroic take the 4th round. Easy done. Yeah, I mean, Dinko called this map the punish pick for MIBR coming into the series. I think it was, you know, obviously not a great map for them in recent results, but neither for Heroic. One of their weaker areas for MIBR to try and exploit. Depends how much prep they've done, because that's the funny thing. Even if you try to play like 4D chess and prep for your second matchup, be it winners or losers, I don't think you were ready to face Heroic in the losers matchup. It's a really hard draw after Fnatic took that opening dub on the VO1. All very close. Tessus gets dinked, but he will survive and escape. 4 on 5, MIBR scrimming out ramp. Turtles crept into the A side, but that Molotov's going to give it all up and away. Orb trying to hold the peak, but which angle do they come from? He's read it well. Bia and Azan gets the kill, but he's gone to Stown. That's the bomb again, lost on ramp, and they know that there's another man here who threw the molly in the first place. Turtle dueling, does lose it. Stown's ready for Palace as well, but Exit wins the fight, and Refresh is thrown into a clutch.
Oh, okay.
That works.
Can't believe Jota just won that. It looked like he was kind of screwed on that one there. But he's able to walk it over the line, and so MIBR, they will put their first on the board here and now. That's in spite of an initial, you know, like nice start to the round out of Heroic. It quickly turns sour. All right, MIBR, can they build up upon this? That's the million-dollar question right now. Heroic, okay. This is kind of, you know, classic Heroic, like willing to get a little crazy. They're throwing a buy in here. It's got an AWP for Stown, Deagle for Shush, very limited utility, no kit. So you really are relying on the individuals just shutting this round down. If it comes down to a retake, you're probably saving, you're probably in for a bad time. Let's find out, though.
That's why they want to win mid, try and fight this position and win the round before it even begins. Cello's going to get caught down under. Refresh Pile drives his head. Shush has got that one bit of utility left on the ramp. He uses Molly. Smoke now gone as well. Just trying to buy time on this A site. It's been double ramp setups most of these rounds for MIBR, and this will be no exception with the mid-man making the lurk happen. Cadian, oh, he's not turning, but the Deagle will spot him. Cadian needs to trade. He gets it 4-on-3, and now Refresh even following up bit by bit. MIBR drip dry again. It's just so many of these contact ramp plays, and it's not catching Heroic off guard. You're not surprising these players. Yes, this rifle is very deep in the bomb site, but Heroic have the cross covered. Enazan crossing in with a good flash, but there's the trade. An exit coming through the smoke is dead as well. Heroic, they knew how important winning that round was. They were willing to risk it all with the force buy, and it works out. Now they can keep steamrolling MIBR on the CT side. And honestly, Harry, the more we get into the current meta, the more it seems that this game is getting even more CT-sided. It feels like we're getting even more dominant halves. 12 threes, 11 fours. They're not, you know, they are commonplace. They're happening so often, even in 50-50 matchups. So, yeah, Heroic are surely poised to get out of control here in this first half.
Oh, dude, there's a push coming in through lower. Stown might be hot on the heels of this B play. He's running up the stairs, coming in on the backstab. Right now, MIBR, they're screwed, man. They're pinched in. Up in the apartments, there shouldn't be a way out of this one. Oh, the nade even doing extra damage. Stown has got them trapped right where he wants them. Jota going back has at least got a little bit of room here.
Faked
but
out.
it's quick to get removed. Stown with a very big round there. And so Heroic, big lead now getting locked in. And Hugo, you know, it all links back into what you're saying. Do we think we're going to have one of these ludicrously strong CT sides?
Absolutely.
Really felt like commonplace.
Yeah, Stown ran down the stairs and then walked back up. Like, Jota got fully duped there in the 1-on-5. Nothing for free. No Molly in the window, but they've been smoking every round they want to go mid, so Katie's just going to get locked out of information early. Good grenade. It's not Inferno anymore, but you wouldn't believe it, the damage being done. Another one will put Cello low. Will Stown make some sound, and smoke spam is almost there. Cello dodges death for now. And so MIBR actually get mid-control for free. They're all the way towards the bench area. I say free, they've taken some health out of the round, but otherwise, good position. And a solo B again. Heroic have seen nothing but A splits. They're convinced once more they could be onto something. But up cat goes the bomb. And the player leaves.
Right now, I mean, there is a golden opportunity to B split. There really is. Like, one man here rotates so far away. Do not give this fight to Cadian in window. Oh, the timing on that, man. Jota just gets out of there. And they're going to start to lean back into the B bomb site right as MIBR move in. This entire round, there has been one man in B. Right up until MIBR look to take the site. Now there's three, and there's one again. Blinking, you've missed it. Whoa! Cadian, that's quick.
What?
That's the thing of beauty right there.
How on earth?
Surely, though, surely you don't attempt the round. Cello's even coming in on this backstab. It's a flashy shot, but it's all going to lead to a save. Cello would love to remove a gun, but it's wishful thinking. A 3v3.
Boom.
However, Heroic are not destined to go for this round. It will just sail on by.
Dude, this young guy, Biera Enazan, he is fast. It doesn't feel like he's consistent. He's still finding his footing. But, man, when he hits a kill with the AWP, he hits it quick. He hits it real quick. He's got flicks on him. Yeah, definitely someone to keep your eyes on. Been putting up some massive rounds for MIBR, but there's just one and many more needed, Harry. That's the game.
Yeah. That's pretty, that's true, man. That's deep. You know, the last round you get might be... Oh, no, wait. The first round you get might be the last round you get. There you go. Think about that.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to have your last breakfast.
Wow, that's
but one day it will happen.
No, yeah, that's
you won't
true.
know it at the time.
One day, here's the thought.
Oh,
one
God.
day, you put your Nintendo DS down, only to have never touched it again since, and you were never aware that was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
but everyone's got one, just sat in a drawer somewhere.
I relate to that. Deeply.
You know,
yeah.
and you weren't sat there that night going, "I think I'm done with this forever."
Yeah,
you just went, "Wow, that was a fun night of Nintendo DSing. I'll just switch that off, put it away." And
this is really sad and introspective now. And then you pick up Counter-Strike, and luckily you never put that away. You always keep coming back. You can try and disappear. You can try and stop playing. You can try. I'll see you next weekend. 6-2. Cadian got the big green. So, the MIBR, they take mid, but Cadian's right there in under, causing commotion, knowing this middle is getting taken a lot. With a double setup, his back is covered. Refresh stops Jota from getting any con control this time, and even smoke and flash for the exit. Talking of which, tucked up on chair right now. Does Refresh know? It doesn't look like it. No guarantee. But Exit has a chance to perform here as they block their way back through. Connie hits one. Cadian legged him though, and Shush will finish it off. 4-on-2. Desperate B pop right now, and Tessus is here. Same angle every damn day, baby.
Yeah, he loves this one, man. Your head's kind of obscured by the boxes. But this AWP that you've highlighted is quick, is flashy. Gonna open up into the B site. Turtle now dropping in. Trying to just make it through this CT defense. He's been fortunate on all these timings so far, but eventually his luck is set to run out. The bomb dropped up in the apartments and now getting walked on, not just through short, but also out of market as well. It's a rough spot for Turtle, and there's the closer. Heroic 7-2. Still building into this CT side. Come on, cast the fist rod, man. Like, come on. That's Exist back there. Pay some respect. You know, you really going to do Exist like that?
Nah, at least he lets him know, you know, the shoulder tap.
I like that. You know, he didn't just like, you know, hope he picked up on it.
I mean, it's clear Exist just, that shoulder tap, I don't know, buddy. That's, he could be communicating some secret intentions there, Harry. You never know. I mean, gotta keep our eye on Exist right now. All jokes, all fun, all games.
Yeah, also, it was an attack pause as well. So, like, you know.
He's even allowed to, yeah. Well, I don't know, Exist. Likely story. I still got my
Plus,
eyes on
I think that the better way to communicate in attack pause is probably
verbally
using your mouth. But Exist just stood there, like, letting Katie do all the talking, just full faith. Yep, flick that back up. Didn't use it once,
Good chat. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Well, nothing to say. Keep it up, guys. Proud of you. 7-2, and a far better go at things here for Heroic than was the beginning of Inferno. Cello through the smoke, and it works. I don't know how. Shush is looking at the ground to dodge a flashbang, but he still dies to it. Stowners across, and oh, what do you know? Are MIBR going to try and cross on the A site with no smokes down? Oh, is that going to not work? That's shocking. I haven't watched the first 9 rounds of this map yet, though, so I wouldn't know. Hey, Jacob, hopping in the Molly. That was a joke about how MIBR love contacting A. Luckily enough, they found the gap. Jota is in the B bomb site, but they know.
Tessus gonna win that one. Jota thought he had some big old mega brain timing, but he does not. You know where Tessus is trying to go, don't you? Yeah, I'll give you 3 guesses, but you only need 1. Go on, crawl back into your little gross hole.
It's called the womb, Harry.
Here he is. The Womb Raiders on their way. MIBR. Just kind of cut down, really.
Yeah.
You know, like an umbilical cord almost. This one is 7. And there's Tessus with the backstab. Heroic 8-2. This is more like it from the Danes.
Graphic. Very graphic scenes, and not just on the casting desk. This is clean.
I mean, you're the one who took it there. I couldn't leave it hanging. You know?
Yeah, you had to cut the cord eventually. Otherwise, we get trapped in the bus door.
Has anyone ever done that?
I don't know enough about this topic to even feel comfortable approaching that
fair
one.
enough. Let's just move on, actually.
Yeah.
I think as it stands, Heroic are in the lead, if I'm not wrong.
8-2, you are not incorrect. And that would make you arguably correct. Fast top mid take, this is more like it. Danish-esque and Danish Delight as Refresh doubles up. Lovely spray on that second one as well. Recovered what was a difficult kill initially. And yeah, MIBR, as soon as they finally go back to a slower default round, they just get run at. Heroic, love that. Throwing it in on round 11 when everything has worked so far. And now MIBR slink back into their default and Heroic go cold. Even Stown pushing the ramp smoke has cleared out a lot of the A attack, but if he goes too early, he'll catch or be caught by Exit holding on. Instead, he's hit the perfect timing. He's had his cake and he's eaten it. He is all the way behind these T players coming up through apps, and that smoke is only going to buy him more time, as MIBR have to respect it. They have no choice. Smokes aren't walls, but this one is as good as one. Stown will flank short, so he will miss that, but he can at least confirm that there's no cat split on this B approach. That's if it doesn't just get hung out to dry by the double hold of Cadian and Refresh.
Yeah, not going to miss one of those, is he? Oh, well, missed it the second time around, but that's where Refresh is here, is the fail safe. Cadian and him just ping-pong off of one another.
Whoa, ping-pong's a joke, Harry. It's all about table tennis.
Well,
come on, you've been going on about it all
no,
day.
I have, and you know, officially, it's like actually ping-pong is just like one that the British own the rights to. It's the one that's also called
Woo,
Whiff-Waff.
ping-pong!
Colloquially, it's called Whiff-Waff in the UK.
Okay, I no longer like it.
No, it's terrible, isn't it? Whiff-Waff? Bro, what are you talking about?
Sounds like a drive-by fart or something. Yeah. And, damn it, I have a really good one, but I forgot the name of the guy. What's the guy who can't say is ours? Warwy the racing car. Jonathan something.
Jonathan Was.
Jonathan Was. Yeah, Whiff-Waff. Not for this Whiff-Waff, chaps.
Right, here we go. Out for the ramp. Turtles dead to a nade. MIBR, they can feel it. They can feel this one getting out of hand, getting out of control. It's all getting a little bit wild. The scenes here on Mirage, unprecedented as Heroic press ahead. Cello is low, and they're getting wrapped by Refresh. Nades go in. Man, only nades have gotten kills so far for Heroic in this round, and it's so quickly getting out of hand. Okay, MIBR right back in the swing of things. Cadian's left in the 1v3. Gonna have to give us a vintage Casper the Friendly Ghost moment. Here he is. There's the first. Cadian on the board now. Oh, but Exit's going to decimate him.
That's more like it, MIBR. Who needs smokes? Just walk out A. Eventually it does work. It took them 12 rounds to figure it out, but some beautiful grenade work. And even dealing with that flank, what a quick check. Why were they so ready for Refresh being in T-spawn after 20 seconds? Maybe off the back of that top mid push in the previous round, but great check to be at a Zan. And MIBR find a third. That's going to immediately force a double AWP out of Heroic, looking to lay down the law. No window smoke this time. There is a top mid one, just to keep Heroic guessing. But there's one of the first quick picks for Cadian. Oh, meanwhile, Stown gets flashed out at B. He has got Tess's up close. That smoke is going to help Stown, you think, but Tess's jumping for the 5-7 kill. Meanwhile, Shush gone. Over in window, try to get Curious in middle. Look at the gap that Jota will take as a result. Unfortunately, there's a rifle here in time, and the timing, as he jumps up on the board, he's caught by Refresh, who leans back to that A site to join this very aggressive angle from Cadian. What a spot.
There's aggressive, and then there's this. And Cadian don't miss these. There we go, there's the first.
Whopping.
And it's just the first. Cello's going to trade it. Now armed with an AWP. Scoped up, waiting for a peek at jungle that isn't going to get given to him. Instead, double grouping in CT. It's a really nice decision for Heroic.
The first contact on this A site is going to be Stown on short. How painful is that? You can't even fight an A player until you get past this AWP. They don't even know about the AWP. It's just locking it down from the B side. He looks away. Oh, the timing. No, it's down. This couldn't have gone worse.
Oh,
he will
hang on.
hear the cross.
Okay,
Yeah, the bomb's made it through, and he should have it now. 15 seconds. Now Heroic can run out of CT if they really want. They can go absolutely balls to the wall. Crazy, but Sound will deliver
never even knew
without.
about the A players.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane, man.
I love that setup for Heroic. Perfect. Full faith in their teammates, as is always the case.
You know, I kind of feel bad for existing games like this, where Heroic are just like winning.
Come on, guys.
Don't actually have to, like, whenever MIBR call a tag force, he just flips the headset down.
Lose some rounds. Give me something to do.
Show us existing, and I want to see him pull down his little tusk and, and then just lift him back up. Oh.
Yeah, it's a quick day in the office for Heroic. Past those first, 10 rounds of Inferno? Everything else has gone pretty much to plan. And MIBR, I mean, they got a very hard draw at this event. They got big coming off of an underwhelming major performance. Yeah, sure, they did fine. They went straight to Legends from the RMR, but I think we wanted more. But even so, Big, who they themselves wanted more, I guess you could say. That's their first matchup, not easy. And then you face Heroic, who shouldn't even be in a lower bracket match anyway. Like, of course MIBR were going to get 0-2. That's a really rough draw for them. Let's see if they can find some pity rounds on this T side, try and give them something to work with, or if the CT dominance continues for Heroic. Broken by 2 guns.
The slow mid-take in this one. Oh, there was a golden opportunity for Cello. Cadian not only gets out with a man advantage, even drops a smoke to keep Refresh in this position at ladder, who will just get fed a kill onto a flying turtle there. And like, this is another round where the bomb is in a position where if it dies, the round is probably over. I don't love how many of these rounds have kind of moments like this. It's somewhat getting navigated as they group up on the short side, but no, they've just dropped back in the middle again. So they are going to try and go A. However, the bomb is in window, and it's still like just problematic. Okay, I like this from Joe. Going back in the mid, now he's at least with the rest of the team. They can group, they can try to fight for this. Is that going to make it any easier? They are getting top mid split. They're also on short. They're actually completely surrounded. Oh my god, that's so quick. But 20 seconds, he's going to be even faster now. And top mid, Tessez is there, holds the line, holds on to it. Heroic up to 11. And you know, man, I've got to say, for MIBR, it's a shame because of the draw that they had. But I've seen some promise out of this latest edition, man.
Yeah.
I've actually, you know, it was kind of rough in the first game, I guess, versus Big for him. But here, I think he's trying to be a pretty flashy AWP player. You know, probably needs to work on the consistency, but I think that comes with the territory when you're adapting to a role.
Yeah. He's looked good. He's looked really good. And I hope MIBR stay in Europe and continue to get good practice on. That has been one of the large reasons we've seen them do so well. And not, okay, maybe it's hard to rise up in the tier 2 of Europe, but at least when they went back to the Americas RMR, they smashed everybody they played. They looked solid. So that's reassuring at least. The level is definitely improving for this team. But right now, it's just it's a different tier, to be honest. Right? Making quick work of these MIBR boys. 4 left up in this round. Last of the half, looking for a 12-3. Double orb still reigning supreme for Heroic. Refresh back into middle. He's very cheeky. His underpick wasn't enough. He wants a second, and he might even stomp on the head of MIRAGE, who gets stuck in the smoke. Refresh, got support, Tessez is there, flicking back, and there's one more man, but it won't last long. A swift death ensuing as Heroic flood middle together.
Oh my god, that is a full 5-man face in the 5v1 in middle to find Heroic at 12th. Yeah, it's pretty dominant, and at this point for MIBR, if they don't win this CT pistol, they can probably kiss the dream of going any further in the Pinnacle Cup goodbye. I think that's fair enough to say.
That's an apt breakdown of the very scary position that they are in. But
also, if Heroic do just dominate them here on Mirage, and I'm saying it because it looks super likely, if that does happen, kind of reassuring, right? For like considering how they started, it was really good from MIBR, and also Heroic kind of came into it like super slow. I mean, Cadian was 0-10. You know, like I think that speaks volumes. Not really used to seeing him start like that.
8-1.
And you know they were able to pull back Inferno, but it was still pretty labored. It still took a hell of a big effort from guys like Stown to make it happen. And you were hoping that it would be pretty dominant to like give you full faith in Heroic. So, you know, this is them trying to right their wrongs, as it were. And with Refresh already opening up here, okay, something that was kind of cool here was like MIBR played a double spawn setup from the get-go. They just rotate these two players to wherever contact is made. And so now at least they have a three-man stack in B very, very quickly. However, Heroic are always tricky. They're always little tricksters.
Look at this.
You know, they've got the bomb still in middle. They're in the B site with MIBR. They're next-door neighbors and they don't even know.
Oh, come to the barbecue. John's making a cracking rack of ribs. But yeah, Cello going to stop him from getting any deeper in the B bomb site. Meanwhile, Heroic notice the stack. They go back elsewhere to the garden party that is a freshly mowed lawn. And the spam through the smoke won't connect. MIBR shredding out of CT right now, trying to run down these Glocks. P250 tapping for Stown. Exit trades though, and Refresh follows up. Suddenly it's doable, winnable, favored in fact, with the bomb down for them. A man wrapping middle and no kit. Good spot, but a headshot for Cadian. Runs Exit off the bomb, and there's no way to win this round, Exit. You've got to accept the inevitable. 1v2, just playing with him is Cadian. And dinner is served. Dessert 2. Exit will have to desert the round. 12, now 13 for Heroic, as the pistol should poise them for a 2-0.
Yeah, man, for MIBR, it's such a shame. You know, I feel like that kind of double up in spawn pistol setup where you fast rotate would work versus like almost any other team but Heroic. Like, these guys are the little evil tricksters of Counter-Strike. You know, nothing is as it ever seems with this squad, and you never quite know where they're looking to end up. They're very mobile. They love to play with rotations. They love to get in your head. The moment they made contact at B, you know, they were already taking middle. They were already moving through lower, and already they'd stopped looking at that B bomb site so favorably. Yeah, really, really nice scenes there for Heroic to turn that pistol round back in their favor. And he doesn't quite know where he's getting shot from, but eventually the kills come in. Cello with his USP, 2 kills from it in mid.
Nice.
But that's not going to be enough to save the round.
Oh my goodness.
It could. God, man, these USPs are clean.
Whoa, that's a throw.
That was also like the bomb going in the window.
That's a throw.
They were willing to risk it all.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, that's the mindset of Heroic right now. 14-3, you're jumping through a window with a bomb. Also, you know, he knew he was up against Mac 10. Refresh very favored, but that's like the only way you lose that round, basically, is by doing that and missing the shot. But Refresh, very importantly, doesn't miss the shot.
Yeah.
14-3.
I will say, though, like, if anyone knows how a little fun peek versus a weak gun can quickly get out of hand, it's Refresh.
Oh, hey, sometimes it's the lack of peek, Harry. Sometimes you got to peek.
Yeah, that's true.
It can be either which way.
You know, what was responsible for losing that clutch? Was it the first peek or was it the no peek?
It's never the first peek. You can never blame the 5-on-1 peeker. Fallen wasn't his fault. Was not.
No.
I think he got 2 that round.
Yeah, he did.
He did all he could, mate.
Yeah. But, you know, we don't have to dissect that one.
I mean, we
It
can.
was some time ago now. Heroic grouping for an A play.
Double lamp flash. Again, hey, they read MIBR strat book. No smokes are down. They're just contact. But just with how this game's going, it's probably going to be nice and clean.
Hello, Joker.
The ramp
That's
flank
the ball.
with a knife out. Stown still pulls the gun in time to take down Jota. And now, as far as MIBR are aware, they're running back. Cadian's running in to B. He dies to Turtle, and now Heroic just have to commit. More smokes than MIBR ever threw on the A site. 2.
Oh, it's still serve them. Who's here? Who's tucked into this little corner? Tessez, how have you made it to this position, bro?
Wow.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Tessez, 2 in the round, and it's all left on to Turtle. I don't know how he's just managed to navigate the smokes like that, but working his way into a little murderous rage in the corner. And he still wants more. Will get silenced eventually. It's a snapping Turtle to respond. A 1v2, the order of the day if MIBR want to stay afloat any longer, and they can't stop the Titans of Heroic just soldiering on, running away with this Mirage. It's not even a question. It's nothing like Inferno. It's not up in the air. It's not up for debate. Unequivocally, Heroic have come into this one and looked lights out. MIBR, they might have given them a run for their money on Inferno, but it felt like you kind of missed the boat with not being able to lock in that map. And now, you know, the true beast of Heroic has woke up, and it's hungry for dinner.
Oh, it's shooting fire right out of the gullet. MIBR Brazilian barbecue right now, 15-3. Cadians come out of under. No one's even looking at middle. MIBR have taken ramp, they've taken apps, they've got good space, but they're lacking the info, and this spot from Ticket is all they have towards middle. He's already been tagged up, pushed off of the angle. In fact, that smoke, Cadian does not need to respect it. He's going to dodge it and go right through. No sound cue, no idea have MIBR as to how deep the in-game leader of Heroic has found himself. He can go wherever he wants, but there might not be players left to kill. His team are just fragging out right now. Oh, Cello almost holds down the B-bomb site, and the rotation cut off by Cadian, who wanted the knife. He considered it. Exit left alone in spawn, and this is it, folks. This is, unfortunately, the elimination of MIBR from the Pinnacle Cup Championship. Heroic, a bit of a slow start to the day and even to this series, but they have come in with the goods on Mirage, and they've done what they needed to. A quick 2-0 to eliminate MIBR and go into that last chance to fight out of the group.
Yeah, you know, for MIBR, it's sad. It's a little saddening that it's so dominant, but for Heroic, they rise to the occasion. They kind of, you know, have those worries from Inferno subside. They show us the team that they truly are, and things look good here for the squad that everyone's saying are destined to make a run at this event. So that's all from this series. We've got to say goodbye to MIBR while Heroic will keep on fighting. Let's throw this one back over to the desk to break that down.
Thank you, Harry and Hugo. Fantastic cast from you guys as always. The first map was a lot closer, 16-11 on Inferno, but Mirage, wow, what a performance by the heroes on Heroic. 16-3. We did pick them as our favourites, and they delivered on all fronts. I want to say that I hope the MIBR guys aren't too disappointed, but they probably are, Golden and Dinko. That's a long way to travel to just get booted out on the first day.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's been a rough couple of weeks here for MIBR in terms of their tournament results, but a lot to work on. I think coming into this for MIBR, last event they had to play with their coach. They've just got a new player in. They've switched the IGL. It is going to be a growing period for MIBR, and I think these events came a little bit too early for them to really get much done.
Yeah, they're in a phase finding themselves, like as a team and individuals. I feel like they're a lot of situations they were out of place. They didn't know what to do, and they just crumbled to the pressure of Heroic.
Well, the CT side was really the strongest point for, I think, Heroic coming into this. You know, you crumble under what is just absolute dominance on the CT side throughout that. We were talking about this, Gold, and the fact that it's just so difficult to play against them. You know, you're quickly in mid, and then suddenly those 3 CTs are now in connector, pushing up into A. How difficult? It's just so difficult. How do you even counter that?
Yeah, it's a nightmare. I remember when I was playing against them, like, you kinda had to know what was going on, but you, at the same time when playing, you didn't actually know what was going on because they were moving so much. And yeah, I mean, they were, I don't have a recipe for it more than just, you know, if they're gonna play like this, then you should play chaotically back.
Yeah, Mirage is a map that obviously the pick didn't really work out for the MIBR side of things, but you know, you look at it statistically, yeah, okay, it's one of the lowest maps for Heroic statistically, but you look a little bit more in depth and you can see why. The only teams they've lost to are ENCE and Na'Vi, two teams that are quite proficient on this map, some of the best in the world of those two, and so you look at that and those stats start to look a little nicer. Yeah, you start to see that no one wants to pick the map into Heroic because they're damn strong on it. 58% of their rounds come on the CT side, and unfortunately for MIBR, they started on the CT side, 12 rounds posted.
Golden, I wanted to ask you about Cadian. He's been loud the entire day, and even at the end there, when he got that flank and then scored a kill around CT spawn, he was going, oh, well, I don't want to imitate it, but he was doing like some sort of war cry. As a player, as someone that's been up against that type of thing from him and other players, is it really frustrating and difficult to deal with? Does it get in your head?
No, I think when it gets into your head, when you start doing it yourself, back to the enemy team that did it to you. So it's like counterproductive, I would say. When you're that loud and you lose a round, then you're tilting and you get quieter. So doing like your energy level is going up and down, then you never find a consistency neither in your gameplay or like outside. You're playing inconsistent, in my opinion. Shouting is not always good, and you should only shout when you know you have been already won.
Well, I guess that is exactly what Cadian did at the end, and we have TechGol standing by with the man himself to get some words and maybe some more war cries.
I mean, Paolo wants you to do another war cry, but what I want to ask is, do you do that to get into the opposition's head, or is it more just the adrenaline?
You mean the huddle or in the middle of the game?
In the middle of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I always like some shouting back and forth, and this was a typical LAN game in a studio like anyone else, but I mean, I think they were specifically shouting a lot at me, and I mean, I love Brazil, but I'm not sure I'm too big of a fan of just screaming specifically at one guy, and I also think I'm the wrong guy to do that against, because it's not going to go well for you, so yeah.
I mean, they did lose, so 100% didn't go well for them, but it hasn't gone all that well for you today. Coming in as the favourites, losing to Fnatic. That particular lineup, I think, have played together for less than 24 hours. What happened there?
Yeah, I mean, we saw that we drew Fnatic and we thought it was going to be fucking easy. But then they brought in Forest, like, that's just not okay. You know, like, bring in a legend of the game like that and he made moves. What can I say, you know? I mean, at the end of the day, it's the best of one. And I also think, I mean, it's my personal opinion, but the groups are a little bit screwed. Like, if you look at the seeds, us and Big are the two highest on the HLTV world ranking. Fnatic, I mean, they don't have a rank, but obviously when you look at the player names, this is players who's done a lot compared to some of the other teams in the other group. So it's a tougher position to meet in the best of one, especially when you have zero preparation on their map pool, their positions, their tendencies and stuff like this. But I also think they played well, you know. So yeah, I mean, I'm not ashamed of losing a best of one to those guys.
So you didn't lose, you did just win this game, but at the start against MIBR, it looked a little bit rough. What was going on there?
That's a good question. I mean, our Inferno has been really good, on LAN especially. Beat Na'Vi twice at the major qualification and at the major. So surprised us a little bit to get so much trouble, you know, in a map that we feel so comfortable on. But then again, you know, we show that it's just about getting the momentum rolling, getting a few rounds, and on the CT side, I feel like we definitely showed we were the better team.
One of the things that I got a chance to see is that after that loss to Fnatic, the entire team went straight outside. We are at a sports stadium, there's a football field outside, and you all went and played football. Yeah. What was that about?
We do that at every tournament and at every boot camp as well, back in Copenhagen. I think it's good for us who sit in front of the screen and in a chair for so many hours to go out and exercise a little bit. And it's something that always brings the mood up, you know. So we've done it for a long time. We played in crazy places, you know, like in the middle of like streets where there's like a lot of people, you know. Not like that they are the audience or anything, just because where else could we play if there's too far for a garden or a park and stuff like this. So it's part of our routine. And it brings the mood up, and we do it if you win or lose, you know, it's part of the plan.
Final question from me to end off the day, a little bit of a cheeky one. There is a lot of talk that maybe Heroic, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to crunch time, that finish, you just can't get there. What do you have to say that to people that are saying that?
I think you can look at the statistics for how many overtimes we win, and you'll see that when crunch time is there, we always deliver. I think against Fnatic, you know, we had some trouble and we were behind, and then we took the lead back at 14-13, and we should have closed out that game. Some small mistakes, misunderstandings and stuff like this, but it is what it is, you know. All I can say is if people have that feeling, it's about proving them wrong, you know. So we'll have to do better at the crunch time next time.
I know I said final question. Production's going to shout at me, but this is a yes or no one. Are you going to win this tournament?
Huh?
Are you going to win this tournament?
There's some problem with the audio right now. I'm not really sure.
Oh, that's cheeky. Okay, there we go. Let's go back to the desk. We're done here.